on TechBuzz. It's an IFA special. Here are the highlights from the trade show in Berlin. And a look at HP's latest convertible tablet hybrid. Plus, we pit the Android-based Nikon Coolpix S800C against an advanced compact in an Instagram shootout. The IFA trade show in Berlin has kicked off, and our associate editor Philip has been on the ground checking out the latest gadgets. But vendors already made announcements before the show began. Here's our pick of the top 5 portable gadgets from IFA. Number 5. The Huawei Ascend D1 Quad XL. The latest addition to the Diamond series features the same specs as the D1 Quad we saw at Mobile World Congress, but with a larger 2600 mAh battery. This should give it more uptime, especially to power Huawei's proprietary K3 V2 quad-core chip and a high-res display. Number 4. The Asus Vivo Tab. It seems like the convertible tablet is going to be a common form factor. It started with the Asus Transformer Pad, followed by the Taichi from Computex this year. Now the Vivo Tab is an 11-inch Windows 8 slate with a detachable keyboard dock. There's also a Windows RT version that is slimmer and lighter. Number 3. The Sony Vaio Duo 11. Sony also hopped on the convertible bandwagon and introduced its Vaio Duo 11. The screen can slide flat to become a tablet-like slate, and it's also touch-based. I don't know about you, but I'm still not used to a touchscreen laptop. It's a totally new behavior that we'll all have to get used to very soon. Number 2. The Samsung Galaxy Note 2. Of course, the ginormous screen has been bumped up a notch to 5.5 inches, which means you can't use it with one hand. The follow-up to the phablet runs on a 1.6 GHz quad-core processor and Android 4.1 Jelly Bean. Even though we only managed to try out a pre-production unit, the Note 2 outperformed the Tegra 3-powered HTC One X in the Quadrant benchmark. And number 1. The Samsung Galaxy Camera. This 16-megapixel Android-based shooter comes hot on the heels of Nikon's Coolpix S800C. Except that the S800C doesn't have the option of 3G connectivity or the latest Android 4.1 Jelly Bean OS, unlike the Galaxy Camera. With Samsung also introducing the Galaxy Camera at IFA this week, it seems Android-based point-and-shoots will soon become quite common. Suitable for shutterbugs and social media junkies, will the Android camera value add to your Instagramming? We pit the Nikon Coolpix S800C against an advanced compact, an iPad, and a camera connection kit in an Instagram shootout. To be fair, both the S800C and iPad were connected to the same Wi-Fi network. Ready, set, go! IFA has always been home AV focused, so we also saw some new TVs being unveiled. Samsung introduced the 55-inch OLED TV, which is claimed to have 20% richer colors and is capable of rendering inky blacks. Sony also unveiled its largest screen to date, an 84-inch LCD TV that is also the company's first panel to feature 4K resolution. This joins LG's 84-inch 3D UD TV that was actually unveiled at the Consumer Electronics Show earlier this year. Finally, we saw a frameless 3D TV from Philips. The 6900 series has an almost invisible bezel, which is actually only 1.2 mm thin and is matched by the equally unique stand. HP also announced its convertible tablet hybrid this week. It's called the NVX2 to represent its dual tablet and laptop capabilities. Does it mean you're twice as likely to want one? An NVX2 prototype dropped by our labs this week. With its brushed metal finish and sleek aluminum chassis, the NVX2 looks really good. It has an 11.6-inch HD touch display, a chiclet keyboard, Beats audio, NFC, an 8-megapixel rear-facing camera, and a 2-megapixel front-facing camera for video calls. The docking system is aided by magnets on its hinge to make it easier to remove and dock the tablet. When separated, the tablet weighs 700 grams, while the total weight of the NVX2 is 1.4 kilograms. The NVX2 has an Intel Atom chip on the inside, which has a bad rep because of last generation's underperforming netbooks. However, this version called Clover Trail should be much improved, something we'll test out in the future once we get a full review unit. Pricing and availability for HP's convertible tablet was not announced yet, but we should be seeing it by the end of the year when Windows 8 is officially launched. That's all for TechBuzz this week. Thanks for watching and see you next week. I'm Jacqueline, buzzing out.